Hi everyone. In my previous video, I have covered first three topics. Today I am going to discuss about user management and tablespace management. When we create a new cluster, there will be default components in cluster, that is databases, users, schemas and tablespaces. Coming to databases, there are three databases. First one is Postgres, second one is Template 0, third one is Template 1. Whenever you are creating a new database without any attributes, then the new database will inherit attributes from Template 1 database. We have one user called Postgres, that is a super user. We have one public schema and there are two default table spaces. The first one is pg_default, the second one is pg_global. pg_default is a main data directory. Here you will have separate directories for each database within which you can find table and index data files. The second one is pg_global. It holds DB server catalog tables that are shared across all databases. It is always good practice that not to use above mentioned default components part of your application designing. There are two important factors that will play vital role while designing and setting up of the database. First one is user management, second one is tablespace management. Depending upon the type of the environment, type of data and user type, we can define what are all roles and privileges required for application user and end users. Most of the cases, application user requires read-write access and end users like testers and analysts require read-only access. In this case, we will create two roles and we will provide read-write privileges to first role and read-only privileges to second role. Then first role will be assigned to application users, second role will be assigned to end users. Next one is tablespace management. There are two important factors which we consider. First one is type of data, second one is nature of data. In real-time scenario, every application contains different types of tables like configuration tables, master tables, transaction tables. Coming to type of data, configuration table contains application related configuration setting details which may not be sensitive. Master tables contains inventory information like customer info, supplier info like name, address, phone number, etc., which is more sensitive. Transaction tables contains daily transaction details which may not be sensitive. Coming to nature of data, configuration tables are static in nature. That means there will be little or no change to records. Master tables are moderate in nature. That means there will be minimum number of transactions per day or month, maybe hundreds or thousands of transactions per day or per month. Transaction tables are dynamic in nature. That means there will be high number of transactions per day or per month. Based on the two factors, we can decide what type of storage is required and their benefits. We can see their storage and benefit details over here. Let's move on to demos.